Hello, all my dear student friends. Welcome to this session. In the previous session, we have studied the importance and the working of the engine control unit, the functions of the engine control unit, along with the engine control module. So, today we are going to study the diagnosis of the engine control unit. We can consider 4 steps to diagnose the engine computer so as to know whether there is any issue in the vehicle or not, there is any issue in the engine computer or the engine control unit or not. So the first step is the visual inspection. Second is a simple swap, that is exchange. Third is using a scanner, and finally the process of elimination. So let us see one by one. First of all, visual inspection. So you start by inspecting the pins. First of all, inspect the pins, check whether they are intact or not, whether there is a flow of the signal through the pins, proper flow of the signal through the pins should be there. So the pins should be intact, there should be no loose contacts or loose connections. You have to ensure that all the pins are upright and they are intact. Then if all the pins are upright and intact, then you have to go to a smell test. So what you have to do is that you have to just check some plug, right, and try to have the smell test. If you get a distinct odor of burnt plastic, if the odor of burnt plastic is present, that means it is not okay, there is some problem. So at that point you have to inspect the board by opening the unit, and you have to inspect visually for any burned components or for the corrosion. So due to burning of some components or due to corrosion, you will find that the engine control unit may not work properly. So if either the engine there is some burning or there is corrosion, then the engine computer, the engine control unit has to be replaced. Second test is the swap test. We have to exchange, we can exchange the engine control unit, but this is applicable only for the older vehicles. So the older OBDI, where the engine computer does not require programming. So the older ECUs doesn't require the programming. So that is the OBDI. So in that case, what you can do is that you can find a replacement unit, try to find a replacement unit, and this should match to the exact original part number. Find such a replacement unit which the number on which will match the exactly original part with the original part number, and put that replacement to your vehicle. Replace the previous ECU by the another ECU whose part number will match exactly. Then if communication is there between the engine control module and the various controls and the various sensors, you have to check the communication. And if communication is proper, that means if this replaced engine control module works properly, that means that the engine control unit has to be replaced. That means there is no other problem. There is problem in the previous control module only, previous engine control unit only. and therefore as soon as we replace that unit, then the things become okay, right? So that is a very big hint that the unit is needed to be replaced. Now the third way is to use a scanner. So you can connect a scanner to the OBD2 port. So there is a OBD2 port, and to that port you can connect the scanner like this. So from here, with this pin can be connected to the OBD2 port of this particular scanner, and you have to check the codes, whether the proper codes are coming from the engine computer, proper codes are coming from the ECU. That has to be checked. So if proper codes are not coming from that particular engine control unit and they are not displayed on this particular scanner, proper codes are not displayed on the scanner, then you will be able to know whether what is the root cause of the problem. What is the root of the problem, you can know, and it means that the engine control unit is the root of the problem, because you are not getting the proper codes. And if the computer is connecting properly, if the proper codes are being received from that particular engine control unit, then the conclusion is that there is some other problem. The conclusion is that there is some other problem. If there is if the scanner will display the proper codes, appropriate codes from the engine control unit, then it means that the engine control unit is okay, but there is some other problem. But if proper codes are not displayed on the scanner, it means there is problem in the engine control unit. So the process of elimination, last step is the process of elimination. So here we will be focusing on two halves, the inputs versus the outputs. So the we know that the engine control unit is having some inputs and it is also giving some outputs. So the inputs consist of your battery. So the battery is also supplying the current with some voltage to the engine control unit, then only it can work. So if the engine control unit is not obtaining the appropriate voltage and current, then it cannot work. Then the signal from the ignition switch is also received to the engine control unit. That is the input. The fuses, the current will be flowing through the fuses and the sensors. So the data will flow from the sensors to the engine control unit, right? The output consists of the fuel injector, the fuel pump, the spark plug and the starter, etc., etc. We have studied some other points also. That is the actuators. Output is also given to the actuators which control the actuator of the variable valve timing pulley, then the exhaust gas recirculation valve, then at the same time the variable geometry turbocharger, that is also obtaining the signal from the electronic control unit. So we are studying the process of elimination for the diagnosis of the engine control unit. So with the inputs we have to trace through so that we can ensure that enough power is getting to the engine computer. So whatever input is given, whatever input is expected to reach the engine computer, whether that is reaching or not, that we have to check first of all. We have to also check whether the proper current is flowing to the engine computer, and whether proper signals are going to the engine computer or not through the various sensors, that we have to check. Let us start from the battery. So we have to check whether there is enough voltage coming from the battery or not, whether the battery has been discharged, whether the battery is supplying the appropriate voltage or not, whether the proper terminals of the battery are properly cleaned so that the resistance is minimum. Then trace that voltage through the ignition switch. The voltage should be traced through the ignition switch as well as through the fuses. The fuses should be checked, and the sensors should also be checked. So that voltage should be traced from the battery through the ignition switch, through the fuses, and through the sensors. So that is the input to the engine control unit. If proper voltage is obtained by the engine computer, by the engine control unit, then we have to inspect the other half to see if the computer is doing its job. If all the input is obtained to the engine control unit, that means we have to check the other part. We have to check the output. So we have to confirm whether the fuel injectors, output include the fuel injectors and the fuel pump. Let us confirm that the fuel injectors and the fuel pump etc. are all getting proper signals or not. Whether the spark is produced with proper intensity and at proper timing. So the spark should be produced at proper timing, and whether the starter is getting a signal or not to start the engine. If you have a proper voltage trace from the battery all the way to the engine computer, your inputs are fine. So we have seen that the inputs are fine. Now we are checking whether the outputs are fine or not. Then you go to the other half. If the inputs are fine, then go to the other half, that is the output, that is the injectors or the fuel pump, the spark and the starter. And if these are not working, it means that the computer is receiving enough power to do its job, but something in the middle within the computer, within the ECU, is not translating. Therefore the engine computer is not doing its job. That means if proper signal is not reaching the various controls, various actuators, if proper signal is not reaching the spark plug, the fuel injectors and the various output devices, it means that the engine computer, the engine control unit is not doing its job properly. That means there is a problem in the engine control unit. So at that time point, it is confirmed that the engine computer is in the trouble, Problem is there in the engine computer, engine control unit. When the outputs are not working properly, outputs are not getting the signals from the engine control unit. The inputs are giving signal to the engine computer unit, but the engine computer unit is not giving the output. All the outputs are not working. That means there is a problem in the engine control unit. So if you do not have enough voltage going to the computer, you go back and further inspect battery. You have to also check the voltage which is supplied to the engine control unit. So again go back and inspect the battery and the wiring to the injection switch, your fuses and your sensors. So in this way you can diagnose the engine control unit. Thank you, my dear friends.